A machine can have the most advanced CPU in the universe, but without the right fuel, it is nothing but a cold statue. In day one, we unlocked the neural interface of the ancients, but today we look at the power source. We look at the liquid gold that made the gods immortal. You are watching File 03 of Project Apotheosis. This is the beginning of day two, the divine fuel. We are decoding the 10 forbidden blueprints of the gods through the lens of Bio-Mythology. If the brain is the hardware, the blood is the software. In Greek mythology, the gods did not have blood. They had Ichor. Homer describes it in the Iliad as a tenuous sauron, a golden, ethereal fluid that flowed through the veins of the Immortals. But Homer wasn't writing poetry. He was writing a biological observation of a different species. Homer is very specific. He tells us that the gods did not eat bread and did not drink wine. Because of this, they were bloodless and called immortals. From a bio-mythological perspective, this isn't magic, it's metabolism. Our blood is iron-based. It carries oxygen, but it also carries decay. Iron rusts, iron oxidizes. Our very life force is what eventually kills us. But Ichor, it was described as a substance that could not be infected by human pathogens. It was a high-efficiency, non-oxidizing energy carrier. Modern science is only just catching up. We are currently experimenting with gold nanoparticles for targeted drug delivery and cellular repair. Gold doesn't react, it doesn't rust, it is the perfect conductor. If the God machine was real, its fuel wouldn't be red, it would be metallic. The most terrifying evidence for the Ichor code comes from the myth of Talos, the giant bronze man who guarded the island of Crete. Talos wasn't a statue. The myths say he had a single vein that ran from his neck to his ankle, held in place by a bronze nail, or a bolt. When the bolt was removed, the Ichor drained out, and the giant died. Think about that description, a single internal line containing a pressurized fluid sealed with a mechanical bolt. That isn't a description of a biological human. That is a description of a hydraulic system. The ancients weren't seeing a man of bronze, they were seeing a biomechanical entity fueled by a synthetic golden blood. If Ichor was the fuel of the gods, why were they so obsessed with human blood? Every major ancient civilization, the Aztecs, the Greeks, the Sumerians, practiced blood sacrifice. Why would an immortal god need the blood of a primitive human? In bio-mythology, we ask the forbidden question, was the sacrifice a meal or a refueling station? If the gods were a bioengineered species whose synthetic Ichor was running low, they would need a biological source of iron and protein to sustain their systems. We weren't worshiping them, we were the backup batteries for a failing technology. Ichor wasn't a gift of the spirit, it was a masterpiece of genetic engineering. A fluid designed to stop the aging process and protect the god machine from the decay of time. And the most chilling part? We still have the blueprints in our myths. The fuel has been identified, but what happens when the fuel runs out? What happens when a being designed for Ichor is forced to survive on human blood? The blueprint is darkening. Click here to watch File 04, the Vampire Biohistory, where we uncover the glitch in the god machine that created the world's most terrifying legends. Because a machine can have the most advanced CPU in the universe, but without the right fuel, it is nothing but a cold statue.